What is up, guys, and welcome back to another day here at Whitley Auto Works. Today we're tackling a question I get very commonly on this channel. How do you make metallic Rustoleum paint out of the quarts or the gallons? Well, as we know, when you go to look at the shelf at your local auto parts store or your Home Depot or Lowe's or wherever you decide to get your Rustoleum, you'll notice there's only solid colors. They don't have a lot of metallics other than aluminum. And not everybody wants silver. It just is what it is. So I've had a lot of people say, can you use this to make metallic paint? Can you use this to make metallic paint? Well, the three most common ones I get are pearls, flakes, and aluminum itself, Rustoleum. Can you mix that in with the solid paints and get the metallic color you're looking for? So we're going to tackle all those today, guys. My game plan is to mix them in small batches and then we'll shoot them out. And then we'll see, hey, can you do it with pearl? Can you do it with flake? Or can you do it with aluminum? So we're starting off with pearl first. I'm going to mix this 50-50 with acetone. You don't want to do this with the Rustoleum just in its current state. It is way too thick and it'll just swallow up your material. So if you're going to do this, you definitely want to do it once your product's been thinned. That way you have the best chance of actually getting an effect and seeing that effect in the mix. So I'm going to do that real quick, mix it 50-50 in these small little cups I have in front of me. And we're going to start off with pearl, flake, then aluminum, and see what kind of effects we can get and just kind of have some fun with it. And then we'll shoot it out on this fender behind me and we'll see what we got. So let's get into today's video. Alright guys, so before we even get started, I want to show you guys the consistency difference in plain Rustoleum versus Rustoleum thin, just so you get an idea. Now, see how thick that is? I mean, it's like pretty much like tar, and that's what Rustoleum is out of the can. Now, once you do it 50-50, this is what you have. This is a more consistent mixture. It falls off the stick just like it would, automotive paint. So it's just one of the things with Rustoleum, you got to thin it, and like I said, this is 50-50. So usually I do 60-40, but for purposes of this experiment with the pearl and everything else, yeah, we're just going to thin it out like that. So let's take a little bit of pearl and let's put it in this mixture right here that we already got, and let's see what we can get. So opening up the pearl container right away, you'll see this is what most people commonly refer to as pearl. And now it's mica powder, so it's kind of the same type of stuff, or at least the same thickness as makeup and stuff like that. What I've got today is I got my little McCormick tablespoon right here. This is what I use for a lot of my videos, and this is what it is in the mix right here. Now I got a feeling we're going to need quite a bit of this to get any kind of effect in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by putting 1 teaspoon in this mix right here. Now I'm going to get it as close as I can. I shake it off. That looks like 1 teaspoon, and I'm gonna throw it in there, and we're gonna get mixing it in real time and see, can we get an effect. All right, so this is where we're at, and as I mix it, you can already tell it's kind of somewhat disappearing into the mix, and that's kind of to be expected with pearls. Unfortunately, it takes a lot to create an effect. Now I am seeing it some in there. I don't know if you guys can see it on the spoon. So we are getting an effect. Now that was 1 teaspoon and just a little bit of, let's see, that's like 5 ounces, guys. So I mean, that's very minimum. So I mean, that's kind of a midnight blue effect. So you gotta figure this is a 100-gram jar. It would probably take all this to get an effect in the paint. And then, like I said, this is with it thinned out 50-50. So you can kind of imagine what you're in for with this. So that's where we're at with that. Just to kind of give it a little bit more of a, idea of what we got. Let's take another teaspoon of it. So this will be like painting your car with like 100 grams or more of pearl, and I'm gonna dump another teaspoon in there, and let's mix it up and see what we got. Now I'm just seeing what I can do to kind of turn this. I mean, look, it's eating it up still. So I mean, this paint, man, it takes a lot when you try to do stuff like this, guys, to actually get an effect and get a color change. I am getting a color variation. As you can see, you're getting that kind of a midnight blue effect. But I mean, if you were to actually try and change this and get something crazy out of it, man, it would take a lot. So that's where pearl's out, guys. And yeah, so just kind of keep that in mind. You can get an effect with it, but it does take a lot. So next step, we're going to move on to flake and see what we can get with flake. All right, guys, so way 2, flake. And this is probably the more commonly used way of getting an effect with paint, actually in paint. Now, the downside to flake obviously is going to be the texture. You're going to get some texture in your finish, but what I got here is I got Rustoleum thin, just like before with the pearl, and we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to do a little bit less in this one just because I want to see. This is about 1/3 of a tablespoon. And I'm going to put that in the mix. I didn't even put all of it in there, just so you kind of get an idea first of how much it takes to actually do this. And then as I'm mixing it up, you can see it's got a little bit of flakiness to it. It's not too much right yet, but yeah, so that's kind of where that's at. You can kind of actually see it in the mix too. Kind of see it sparkling a little bit. And like I said, it's not anything crazy. Let me put a little bit more in there just to kind of see. Like I said, I'm not trying to put too much because obviously the more flake you add, the more texture you're going to get. So that's where it is before I start mixing it, and then I start mixing everything in more. And I've tried to bring it in close. It's hard to see. I did pick black. You definitely got sparkles in there, as you can see. So that's another way you can get metallic effect. And you know, like I said, the downside is it could possibly give your mix some texture that you'll have to go back, seal it with clear, and then flatten it off and re-clear it. So that is flake. Like I said, compared to the pearl, it does not take as much. That is one thing for sure. But it's much thicker flakes, and you don't really change the color so much as add flake to it. So, all right, so that's the next way. And the final way we're going to try this is with aluminum paint. All right, guys, so the third and most commonly looked at way to get a metallic Rustoleum color is to add the aluminum Rustoleum into whatever color you're using. This is the one I get most often, and this is the one most people are actually looking at trying to do, and I have the questions about. Obviously, pearls and flakes, can you do it? Yes. Will it take a lot of pearls and flakes and a very thin Rustoleum? Yes, it will. So that answers that question. Now, as far as this goes, I've already got my black in the mix. I'm just going to do a little bit of this metallic right here, this aluminum, and because I don't want to go crazy with it, we're going to do a little bit into the mix. As you can see, I'm just kind of sprucing it in there, and we'll start off with that and see what it gives us, a little bit more. And let's see if we can get a metallic effect in this Rustoleum. Now, like I said, this has already been thinned, so that's why I just kind of want to give it the best chance at having a metallic look but not losing the color. So I'm already getting a little bit of silver. I don't know if you can see that on the actual stick. So we're getting a little bit. Let's do a little bit more. Like I said, we are just doing droplets in there, guys. We're not going super crazy on this. I'm actually trying to get a legit effect out of this, not just throw a crap ton of silver in it and, you know, eat up the color. So we'll do a little bit more in there. All right, let's put that back in there and let's mix it up and let's see what we get. And like I said, this is a process, guys. It's definitely time consuming and it takes a little bit. As you can see, I'm getting kind of a black metallic effect. So is it working? Yeah. It's very minimal, but you do have that black pearl look to it now, which kind of gives it that black metallic color. All right, so that's kind of where that's at. Now, obviously, I could go and add a crap ton more in it, and I probably will add just a little bit more for good measure. And like I said, I'm just dripping it in there. This is not a whole lot of metallic. It just kind of gives you a good idea. But I don't want to lose the black color. I don't want to turn it to complete gray. That's kind of my worry with it all. Here we go. Yeah, that's very black metallic. So, all right, now the fun part. We're going to set all these up and we're going to do a spray out and we're going to see what kind of results we can actually get. So let's jump to a spray out. Alright guys, guys, so now what you really probably wanted to see, the spray out. What I've done is I've done 3 sections in Rustoleum matte black primer. So I got pearls, flakes, and aluminum. So we're going to do 3 separate spray outs. Got my little touch-up gun because we're just doing, just basically showcasing what these would look like if you do them full scale. You know, I'm not going to do a whole big old spread or whatever, but we're going to look at them in the light and we're going to see what everything looks like after I get done spraying them. So I'm going to go one by one, loading up this touch-up gun, but each one of these mixes we've created, and we'll spray it out and then we'll look at them and see, hey, can we get a really good metallic Rustoleum paint by mixing different things together? Well, let's get to spraying. Alright guys, so I couldn't finish this whole experiment off without throwing a little bit of 2K clear on it. That way we can really see these colors in action when the light hits it. So I got a little bit mixed up in my touch-up gun. We're going to do 2 or 3 coats. And like I said, do the first coat light, make sure you don't have no reactions. And then probably 2 follow-up coats. And we'll see what we got. So I'm going to put my mask on and let's get to spraying with this little touch-up gun. Kind of like it. Alright guys, so this is what we got. After mixing pearls in with it, that is your pearl finish, as you can see. It is very pearly. Now, I do have a lot of orange peel on this. This was not a perfect panel. But that's what you can expect when you try to use pearls in very large sums to manipulate Rustoleum into a color. That's pretty cool. And rainbow flake. A tried and true old way that everybody uses. And it definitely works. I would say this is probably the way to keep the black the most and actually still get an effect. But nonetheless, a very cool one. And then aluminum, the oddball. Well, it still kind of went aluminum, honestly. I do think I could have added less to the mix, but it's one of those things. This was definitely a trial and error experiment. So 3 different ways of getting a metallic finish out of Rustoleum. What do you guys think? Alright guys, so that's the experiment today. How to get metallic paint using Rustoleum and making very, very different results out of each. Pearls, flakes, and adding aluminum to gloss black Rustoleum got me very, very different results on all 3. It really comes down to what you're trying to go for. Obviously, I showed you the drastic examples. When I was adding it into the mix, I tried to show you the cup where it was still black. And some of them still looked black in the cup. And then once I got to spray them, obviously the saturation kind of took hold as it layered in coats. And then you got this beautiful, almost like a Daytona blue, maybe a little bit darker blue color, but it looked like midnight blue in the mix until we did it. So it's one of those things, if you decide you want to make your own metallic Rustoleum colors, definitely do a spray out first, and with any kind of situation. That's why I do it on fenders and stuff the way I do. Do spray outs first. That way you know what to expect and how all this stuff's going to work before you do a whole car with it. Because I don't want you guys to run into problems and everything else. But I've had a lot of people want to know about making your own metallic Rustoleum paint. And these are just 3 different ways you can do it, guys. These might be extreme examples, but you know, it is what it is. That's kind of what our channel is all about, is trying different things, and the results we end up with is what we end up with. Like I said, the finished one clear works great with Rustoleum. I hardly ever had any issues with it. As far as the orange peel and stuff goes on this panel, it's been sprayed multiple times, so don't worry about that and let that get you down. I'm just trying to answer all the questions I can think of, but if you have any other questions about this experiment or any of my other videos, please drop me a comment. If you have projects of your own you want to share, WHITLEYAutoworks@gmail.com. You can send them there. I love seeing you guys' projects and also helping you guys out with any questions you might have. And I don't pretend to know it all, guys. I'm just a guy that's been spraying Rustoleum for a long time, doing a bunch of different crazy stuff, and I don't get it perfect all the time either. So, you know, by all means, if you have any questions or just need help in any way, you can drop it in the comment below here, and you can also email me at WHITLEY So that's the experiment for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you made it this far in the video, please hit that subscribe button, ring that bell notification so you don't miss an episode. We're all the time doing experiments, and I try to cover everything you guys ask me to cover as well. Also, leave me a like and comment, guys. It helps me with the algorithm, get this video out even more. And, you know, go back, check out some of my other spray outs. I got over 100 plus spray outs now, and you never know, you might find something interesting that you might want to take and tweak and use on your next project. Like I said, you don't have to do it my way. You can add less, you can add more. You know, feel free to do it however you like. This is all in good fun, and we're just trying to help each other learn and, you know, move things forward. But I appreciate you guys for watching today. Like I said, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'm John from Whitley Auto Works. I hope you guys have a great day. God bless. I'm going to see you guys on the next episode.